everybody, thanks for tuning in to my YouTube channel, Gail Manns Card Designs. Today I'm going to be showing you a mail card, perfect for Father's Day or just any birthday. I'm calling it a jeans card. I first saw the idea on Pinterest and thought it was really quite cute for a shaped card. So today I will hopefully show you how to make it. Great little card for having a gift because it's got a little pocket. In fact, it's got two pockets. So this is the actual finished card. And as you can see, I've got a little £10 voucher in there, £10 cash. You could put a little note or an IOU or something like that in it. And this one's been made up like jeans. But the one I'm going to do today is kind of a chino one, or a bit more conservative, maybe for an older man, for like granddad or dad, maybe for Father's Day. So without further ado, we shall get started. Right, here are all the wee bits that I'm going to need for my card today. The card actually is a 5x7 card, so you could actually use a 5x7 card blank. I'm just using coloured card just because I like the look of it, but you could just as easily use a craft card 5x7 blank or just a white one, and just decorate it as you like. So we are going to start with I'll put all those bits to the side. So this is our 10x7 card, and I'm going to score it at 5. So if you excuse me while I take my hoogie board in here. And like I say, this card is it's hunky dory card, so it's white on the one side and coloured on the other. It just means that you can write your message easily enough. But if you were using completely coloured card on both sides, then you might need to stick in a white bit of card, or if it's light enough you can write your message on it, I suppose. So I'm just going to score this at 5. There we go. I'll just take my bone folder. There we go. So the other little bits that I've got here, I'll kind of show you. These are going to be the pockets, which I'll cut out a V from in just a second. So that is 2 pieces which are 3 1/4 by 3 3/4 inches, and they're going to kind of sit on there. I have got 2 strips for the hems, or the bottom bits of the shorts or trousers, and that is 1 inch by 4 1/8 inch, and they'll sit on there like that. And you will notice that they don't go all the way across. That is because you'll be cutting out a little bit there. And the last one is little wee strips for the belt. I'm going to cut these in half again, so we'll have 4, and my belt. Now you could use just a little piece of card for the belt. I actually have this velvet ribbon. I'm sure we've all got tons of ribbon in our stash, and this one I just thought that's perfect for a belt. So I've cut that just a little bit longer than the 10 inches of the card, and I'll just cut it down once it comes to stick it on. So again, we'll pop these bits out of the way. What I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to stick down the hems, just to give them a wee chance to dry while I do the rest of it. I'm just using Pinflair glue. Again, any wet glue, PVA glue. Usually it's honeydew that I use, but trying this one today. I think it's good to give different mediums a sort of try. See how you get on with them. And again, you're just going to line them up at the end. I've managed to get glue onto the top of that. Not very smart. I don't normally glue them both at the same time. It was just for the purpose of this video that I was right there. My camera had a bit of a hissy fit there and decided to stop working, so you've only missed a little bit, so I'll just go quickly over what I didn't get. So I've stuck the two little panels there, and once I've stuck everything else on, I will cut the little bit for the crotch. And I have stuck the ribbon belt on. This is a bit of ribbon which I have had in my stash forever. I'm sure we've all got lots of bits of ribbon in your stash that might be suitable. It doesn't have to be ribbon, of course. You could just use a strip of paper. So what I did was I cut the ribbon just a little bit bigger than the 10 inches. I put a little bit of red tape on here and I stuck it down to there, just a little bit from the top, because we're going to put a little belt loop onto it. So I stuck it down this side first, then I folded the card in half, put the ribbon all the way along, and put another little bit of red tape here, and that way it makes sure that the card folds properly and the ribbon's not too tight. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit loose because it's meant to be a belt anyway. And now all I'm going to do is just trim the edges of the ribbon off. And you can just use scissors like me, or if you feel the need you can use a craft knife. I'm really not very good with a craft knife, although you'll see that in just a moment. So that is that little bit done there. I'm going to pop that to the side again, and I'm going to bring in the two pockets to be done. So these are the two pockets, and they measure 3 1/4 by 3 3/4 inches. And all I have done, I will flip them over, is I have marked on them 3/4 of an inch up on both of them, and the midpoint, which is 1 5/8 of an inch. And this is where you get to see me being really terrible with a craft knife. Obviously I've written that on there, you're not going to see that bit because that's the bit that's going to be stuck down. So all you do is, and again you could use scissors for this, or if you're confident you can use your craft knife. Generally I'm not that confident, but I'm going to give it a try today. There we go, so that is one pocket. Let's get the next one in. Again, it's just a case of lining up the 2B marks that I've made. And like I said, because the marks are on the back, nobody will see them anyway. As long as I can manage to make my cuts with my craft knife kind of straight, we'll be onto a winner. Okay, so get rid of all the excess bits again. I'll pop my craft knife into its little safety pod. So we have two pockets. Now on this one you can see that I've done lots of faux stitching around the pockets, but obviously that would take far too long, so in best Blue Peter fashion, here's two I did earlier. I've just used a white Sakura gel pen, jelly roll. I bought these in a pack of 3 from eBay, where there's 3 different sizes, and I've just done it freehand. You could, if you wanted to be really precise, put your ruler down and dot it, and as you can see I'm not very precise because mine kind of goes all over the place. And again, this you can put any pattern you want. For the jeans one, I've done the kind of curve in the pocket from a well-known brand of jeans. But these ones, I think I'm just going to leave them blank for just now. So our next step is to pop these onto the card. Now before I stick these on, I'm actually going to put the belt loops on. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm using red tape just because it's a bit stronger, but obviously you can use anything. You can just use normal tape, and I'm just going to put tiny little squares onto the ends of each belt loop. And there goes my first disaster. I'm using really thin red tape, so obviously it's a bit fiddly. Especially for me with my little arthritic fingers. And I'm going to end up with a lovely little pile of red backing tape, because it gets everywhere, doesn't it? So there's our belt loop, and again I'm just lining it up with the top and sticking it on there. There we go. And we'll do the same with the next 4. My red tape is just about finished, so I might have to just go and grab another one. I quite like using red tape when I'm sticking something down that I don't really want to move, just to make it extra secure. And the only reason I'm using the really thin stuff is because I've actually run out of the next size up and I'm waiting on some more coming in. So here we go. I'll put that one in at that side. Again, it doesn't have to be exact, just close enough. It is handmade after all. And no two cards are ever quite the same. There we go. Like I say, your belt still moves a little bit, so it gives you a little bit of wiggle room for opening and closing the card. There we go. And the next thing I'm going to do is stick the pockets down. So again, I'm going to use my red tape, pop that up out of the way a little bit. And because it's a pocket, we're obviously just going to do the 2 sides and the bottom. Now, a good tip for when you're using red tape, which was taught to me by my friend Elizabeth, who is also a very crafty person, is that once you've put the red tape on, if you put a little bit of glue over the top of the red tape, then it does give you that little bit of wiggle room. Because as we know, the red tape can be quite unforgiving. That's me onto my new roll now. So by putting the wee bit of glue onto your red tape, like I say, it just allows it to move a little bit before it sticks down completely. And another good tip is when you're sticking down these pockets to your card, again this is good for kind of anything. If you're hoping to put a gift card into it, pop the gift card into the pocket first. I'll show you what I mean. Here's my Amazon gift card. Just going to go into the pocket. And that's my pocket there. I'll put the Amazon card just up a little bit, because if you pop the card down, or it doesn't have to be the card, it could be just another piece of card or a folded up piece of paper, but it just gives you that tiny little space. And here we go, look, I'm being really brave and not putting any glue there. If you pop that there on top of the gift card, you can see there's a little tiny gap. You see the shadows there. So you press that down. It makes it a wee bit easier to slide your gift card in and out. I'll do the same on this side as well. I'll move my belt out the way there. As you can see, I'm getting the red tape absolutely everywhere. If anybody has got any hints on tips on how to stop the red tape sticking to you, I'm all ears. I haven't found a way yet. There we go. And again, I'm lining this up by eye. If you want to be more precise, you could certainly add in some measurements or just check it, but I think that looks quite good there. There we go, we're almost done. Right, so the other thing is we're going to cut our little strip out of here. And for this, I'm just doing this completely by eye. I'm going to start roughly level with the top of the, or sorry, bottom of the pockets. And I'm just going to curve it round till I get to the top of that one, because that's the edge of your card. It's a little bit trickier here because I'm going through double lengths of card. There we go. And you can obviously tidy that up a little bit if you wanted to. That's not a problem. And that's more or less it. You could add stitching to the tops and bottoms if you wanted. You could add your fancy pocket there, or maybe some initials or something, just to personalise it a wee bit more. But in the meantime, there we have a perfect Father's Day card. You could even put Happy Father's Day in here, or for a birthday, or anything you want. There we go. Now I have made these cards for our Facebook group Creative Minds Kind Hearts. So if you are a member of the group, I hope that you will give these a go and share your creations with us. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. And as always, give me a thumbs up or a subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I'll be getting some more videos in the future. I'm still learning, so I'm getting there. So yeah, there we go. I hope to see you all again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.